Imagine 400 million people, that's more than the entire population of the United States, gathering in one place, not for a concert, not for a protest, but for something far more extraordinary. This is Kumbh Mela, humanity's largest peaceful gathering, a place where ancient wisdom flows into modern times, where science intertwines with spirituality, and where the world's greatest mysteries continue to unfold. This is not just a festival, not just a pilgrimage. This is humanity's greatest testament to faith, devotion, and our eternal quest for meaning. A gathering so massive it transforms an empty floodplain into a temporary metropolis visible from space. Every 12 years, as Jupiter enters Aries and celestial bodies align in an ancient cosmic dance, millions of souls converge at India's sacred rivers, continuing a tradition that predates written history itself. But what makes millions journey to this exact spot? What celestial alignment makes 2025 so significant? To understand this extraordinary gathering, we must first journey back to the beginning, to a time when gods and demons churned the cosmic ocean. According to ancient Sanskrit texts, in the eternal battle between good and evil, both gods and demons sought the amrit, the nectar of immortality. For 12 divine days and nights, they churned the cosmic ocean using a mountain as their rod and a serpent as their rope. Finally, when the precious amrit emerged, a great chase ensued. The gods, fearing the demons would gain immortality, entrusted the pot to Garuda, the divine eagle. During this celestial pursuit, 4 drops of the divine nectar fell to earth. Each drop blessed a location, creating 4 tirthas, sacred sites that would become the venues of Kumbh Mela. Haridwar, Prayagraj, Nasik, and Ujjain, 4 places where heaven is said to touch earth. What makes this incident remarkable is its astronomical precision. The 12 days of churning correlate exactly with the 12-year Jupiter cycle that determines Kumbh Mela's timing. And so, every 12 years, when the planets align just as they did during that cosmic battle, millions gather at these sacred spots, each believing that during Kumbh Mela, the amrit, the nectar of immortality, once again blesses these waters. As we explore deeper into this phenomenon, we'll uncover the ancient wisdom, scientific precision, and organizational mastery that makes this gathering not just possible, but transformative for millions. This is where history meets the present, where ancient knowledge flows into modern understanding, and where the impossible becomes reality. As the sun rises over the sacred waters of the Triveni Sangam, a profound celestial dance unfolds above. The Kumbh Mela isn't just scheduled by human calendars, it's orchestrated by the very movement of the cosmos itself. What we're about to reveal is the extraordinary mathematical precision that has guided this gathering for thousands of years. When Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, enters the zodiac sign of Aquarius and the Sun takes its position in Capricorn, something remarkable happens. This precise alignment, occurring every 12 years, creates what the ancient Indian astronomers called Kumbh Yoga, a celestial configuration so powerful that it's said to charge the waters of the Triveni Sangam with divine energy. But the 2025 Mahakumbh is even more special. This particular gathering marks a rare astronomical event that occurs only once every 144 years. It's when Jupiter completes 12 full cycles around the Sun, creating what's known as the Mahakumbh Yoga. This is why the 2025 gathering isn't just any Kumbh, it's Mahakumbh Mela, the most auspicious of all. The ancient Indian astronomers who calculated these celestial movements did so without modern technology, using mathematical systems that continue to astonish scientists today. Their calculations were so precise that they could predict these astronomical alignments thousands of years in advance. In fact, modern astronomical software has confirmed the accuracy of these ancient calculations down to the minute. Let's break down what makes this alignment so unique. During the Mahakumbh Mela 2025, Jupiter will be in Aquarius for an extended period, while the Sun's position in Capricorn creates what's called a Shubh Yoga, or auspicious configuration. This alignment is said to amplify the spiritual energy of the confluence waters to its maximum potential. The timing of the sacred baths during the Mela isn't random either. Each major bathing day corresponds to specific celestial positions. Take, for example, the Makar Sankranti on January 14th, 2025, the first major bathing day. This marks the sun's transit into Capricorn, believed to be the most powerful time for spiritual practices. But perhaps most fascinating is how these astronomical calculations align with the flow of the rivers themselves. The gravitational pull of these celestial bodies affects the Earth's tides, and at the Triveni Sangam, this creates unique water patterns during the Mela period. Scientists have documented distinct changes in the river's flow, mineral content, and even electromagnetic properties during these astronomical alignments. Modern researchers using satellite imagery have confirmed something remarkable. During the Kumbh period, the confluence point of the rivers shows unusual patterns that aren't present during other times of the year. These patterns correspond exactly with the timings calculated by ancient Indian astronomers thousands of years ago. As we prepare for the 2025 Mahakumbh Mela, we're not just witnessing a gathering of millions, we're participating in an event that's synchronized with the very rhythms of our universe. It's a testament to the profound understanding our ancestors had of cosmic mathematics and how they integrated this knowledge into spiritual practices that continue to draw millions today. As we journey deeper into the heart of Kumbh Mela, we arrive at its four sacred pillars: Prayagraj, Haridwar, Nasik, and Ujjain. Each of these ancient cities holds within its boundaries a power that has drawn seekers for thousands of years. Today, we'll explore these sacred sites that form the cornerstone of the world's largest spiritual gathering. Let's begin with Prayagraj, formerly known as Allahabad, where the 2025 Mahakumbh will unfold. Here, at the Triveni Sangam, three mighty rivers merge: the Ganges, flowing down from the Himalayas, the Yamuna, carrying the essence of Krishna's devotion, and the invisible Saraswati, representing knowledge and wisdom. This confluence creates a spiritual vortex so powerful that a single dip is said to cleanse lifetimes of karma. The city transforms during Kumbh Mela, as temporary settlements spring up across its banks, housing millions of pilgrims. The air fills with the sound of bells, chants, and prayers, while the waters shimmer with the reflection of countless diyas. In 2025, this sacred city will host an estimated 400 million visitors, making it the largest peaceful gathering in human history. Moving northward, we find Haridwar, the gateway to God, where the Ganges first touches the plains after descending from the Himalayas. The evening Ganga Aarti here is a spectacle of divine devotion, as thousands of little flames dance on the river's surface. During Kumbh Mela, the famous Har Ki Pauri Ghat becomes the center point of spiritual activity, where saints and seekers gather to participate in sacred rituals. In the west lies Nashik, Maharashtra, where the Godavari River flows with the same sanctity as the Ganges. According to ancient texts, this is where Sita, wife of Lord Ram, lived during their exile. The Ramkund, a sacred tank in the heart of the city, becomes the focal point during Kumbh Mela as devotees gather for the holy bath. The narrow lanes of the old city come alive with the energy of countless pilgrims, each seeking their own spiritual truth. Finally, we arrive at Ujjain, the city of Mahakal, where the sacred Shipra River flows. This ancient city, one of India's 7 sacred cities, has been a center of learning, spirituality, and astronomy for millennia. During Kumbh Mela, the Ghats of Shipra witness an extraordinary gathering of Naga sadhus, royal processions, and millions of devotees, all united in their quest for divine connection. What makes these 4 sites extraordinary isn't just their historical significance or geographical location. It's the convergence of celestial energies that occurs here during specific planetary alignments. When Jupiter, the Sun, and the Moon align in particular configurations, these places become cosmic powerhouses of spiritual energy. Each city has its own unique character, its own traditions, and its own special connection to the divine. Yet they are united by a common thread: their role as custodians of an ancient tradition that continues to draw millions of seekers from around the world. These aren't just cities, they are living bridges between the earthly and the divine, between the present and the timeless. As we prepare for the 2025 Mahakumbh at Prayagraj, these sacred sites remind us that some traditions transcend time, some gatherings transcend numbers, and some experiences transcend the ordinary to touch the divine. But what makes these gatherings occur at specific times? Let's dive into the mysterious role of the timekeepers, who have preserved this ancient knowledge for generations. Deep within the sacred traditions of Kumbh Mela lies a fascinating system of timekeeping that has survived centuries. These aren't just dates on a calendar, they're cosmic appointments set by ancient astronomers who understood the intricate dance of celestial bodies. For the 2025 Mahakumbh Mela, the timing is particularly significant. Beginning on January 13th and extending through February 26th, this 44-day celebration marks a rare astronomical event that occurs just once every 144 years. The traditional timekeepers, known as Panchang experts, have calculated these dates through a complex system that combines astronomical observations with ancient mathematical formulas. Think about this. While modern satellites track planetary movements with advanced technology, these traditional astronomers have been predicting these alignments with remarkable accuracy for thousands of years. Their calculations don't just determine the festival dates. They identify specific auspicious moments, known as muhurtas, when the spiritual benefits of bathing in the sacred rivers are believed to be at their peak. The 6 main bathing dates for the 2025 Mahakumbh hold special significance. The first royal bath, or Shahi Snan, falls on Makar Sankranti, January 14th, 2025. This marks the sun's transit into Capricorn, a powerful astronomical event that ancient timekeepers identified as crucial for spiritual practices. The second Shahi Snan occurs on Mauni Amavasya, January 29th, when the dark moon creates a unique gravitational pull on Earth's waters. The third royal bath on Basant Panchami, February 3rd, celebrates the onset of spring and its revitalizing energies. But perhaps most fascinating is how these timekeepers track the 12-year cycle of Kumbh Mela. This corresponds to Jupiter's orbit around the Sun, creating 4 different combinations with the Sun and Moon at each sacred site. When Jupiter enters Taurus and the Sun enters Aries, the Kumbh is held at Haridwar. When Jupiter is in Leo, the festival moves to Prayagraj. Nasik hosts when Jupiter and the Sun align in Leo, while Ujjain's turn comes when Jupiter enters Libra. The 2025 Mahakumbh is special because it completes a full cycle of 12 Kumbh Melas, making it a Mahakumbh. This rare occurrence amplifies the spiritual significance of the gathering, drawing seekers from across the globe who understand the profound importance of this timing. These timekeepers don't just maintain a calendar, they preserve a living tradition that connects human consciousness with cosmic rhythms. Their knowledge, passed down through generations, ensures that millions of people can gather at precisely the right moment when celestial energies are most conducive for spiritual practices. As we witness the unfolding of this grand celestial clock in 2025, we're not just participating in a festival, we're aligning ourselves with cosmic forces that our ancestors understood and revered. The timekeepers remind us that in this vast universe, timing isn't just about hours and minutes. It's about finding those perfect moments when heaven and earth align, creating opportunities for profound spiritual transformation. But what makes the waters at these precise times so special? Let's dive deep into the mysteries of the sacred waters that draw millions to their banks. The waters of the Triveni Sangam hold secrets that both scientists and spiritual seekers have tried to understand for centuries. At the 2025 Mahakumbh Mela, these sacred waters will welcome millions of pilgrims, each seeking purification in this divine confluence. At Prayagraj, where the emerald waters of the Yamuna meet the silvery brown Ganges, something remarkable happens. The rivers don't immediately blend, they maintain their distinct colors for several kilometers, creating a visible line where the waters meet. Scientists have documented unique mineral compositions and beneficial properties in these waters, particularly at the confluence points. Modern research has revealed that these waters contain unique self-purifying properties. The Ganges, in particular, contains bacteriophages. Viruses that eat harmful bacteria make it remarkably pure despite millions bathing in it. These waters also carry high levels of dissolved oxygen, which helps maintain their freshness even after being stored for months. During the 2025 Mahakumbh, when Jupiter's position aligns perfectly with other celestial bodies, the waters are believed to be charged with additional healing properties. The gravitational forces during these astronomical alignments affect the water's molecular structure, a phenomenon that modern science is beginning to understand. The first royal bath on January 14, 2025, coinciding with Makar Sankranti, is particularly significant. It marks the sun's northward journey, increasing the water's purifying properties. At the Triveni Sangam, where these mighty rivers converge, the water holds an unusually high concentration of beneficial minerals. Regular testing has shown elevated levels of zinc, copper, and other trace elements known for their therapeutic properties. During the festival, despite millions taking ritualistic dips, the water maintains its unique characteristics. These phenomena continue to intrigue environmental scientists, drawing interest from around the world. As we explore this convergence of nature, spirituality, and science, we are reminded of the deep connections that bind us to the cosmic universe. The confluence point creates powerful underwater currents that naturally filter and purify the water. These currents are strongest during the early morning hours, particularly on the 6 main bathing dates of the 2025 Mahakumbh. Local authorities have documented how these natural cleansing mechanisms help maintain the water's purity even during peak gathering times. What's equally fascinating is how these waters affect human physiology. Research has shown that immersion in these waters can influence heart rate variability and brainwave patterns, indicating a potential impact on both physical and mental well-being. During the 44 days of the Mahakumbh, from January 13 to February 26, 2025, pilgrims often report experiencing profound states of peace and clarity after their sacred dips. Modern conservation efforts have been integrated with ancient wisdom to preserve these waters. Advanced filtration systems work alongside traditional ecological knowledge to maintain the sanctity of this precious resource. The 2025 Mahakumbh will see unprecedented measures to protect these waters while accommodating the largest gathering in human history. These aren't just waters of faith, they're waters of transformation. As millions prepare to converge at the Triveni Sangam in 2025, they'll participate in a tradition that bridges the ancient and the modern, the scientific and the spiritual, the personal and the universal. Who are the guardians of these sacred traditions? Let's explore the ancient orders of the Akaras, whose wisdom and practices have preserved these teachings for millennia. The soul of Kumbh Mela beats in its Akaras, ancient orders of warrior saints who have protected and preserved India's spiritual traditions for countless generations. At the 2025 Mahakumbh, these 13 sacred orders will lead millions of devotees in processions that have remained unchanged for centuries. The Akaras aren't just organizations, they're living libraries of spiritual knowledge. Each carries its unique traditions, passed down from teacher to disciple through unbroken chains of succession. The oldest among them, the Juna Akara, traces its roots back over 2,000 years. Their arrival at the Kumbh Mela transforms the entire atmosphere. The air fills with ancient chants, the ground trembles with ceremonial drums, and the sky glows with traditional fire rituals. During the 2025 Mahakumbh, these Akaras will establish their camps across vast stretches of the Mela grounds. Each camp becomes a spiritual university where seekers can learn meditation, yoga, and ancient wisdom from masters who have spent decades in deep spiritual practices. The knowledge shared here isn't found in books, it's experiential, transformed by centuries of practice and realization. The most spectacular display of the akharas comes during the Shahi Snan, royal bath processions. On January 14, 2025, the first Shahi Snan will begin before dawn. Naga sadhus, covered in sacred ash, will lead these processions. Following them will be thousands of monks, each representing different spiritual traditions. The procession order follows strict protocols established centuries ago, reflecting deep respect for each tradition's unique contribution to India's spiritual heritage. Behind their exterior of ash-covered bodies and matted locks lies sophisticated knowledge of astronomy, medicine, and spiritual sciences. Many Akhara members are scholars who have mastered ancient texts while maintaining strict spiritual disciplines. Their presence at the Kumbh creates a bridge between the modern world and ancient wisdom. What's remarkable is how these ancient orders have adapted to contemporary times while preserving their core traditions. At the 2025 Mahakumbh, you'll find Akhara camps equipped with solar power and modern amenities, yet the ancient spiritual practices remain pure and unaltered. Their teaching methods combine timeless wisdom with current understanding, making complex spiritual concepts accessible to modern seekers. Each Akhara maintains its distinct identity through unique initiation rites, philosophical approaches, and spiritual practices. Some focus on devotional practices, others on meditation. During the 44 days of the Mahakumbh, these Akharas will conduct thousands of teaching sessions, healing camps, and spiritual discourses. Their presence transforms the Kumbh from a mere gathering into a living university of spiritual wisdom, where ancient knowledge flows freely to all who seek it. The banks of Triveni Sangam are witnessing something extraordinary: the rise of a temporary city that will house more people than most countries. The 2025 Mahakumbh isn't just the world's largest gathering, it's humanity's greatest logistical achievement. Numbers tell only part of the story. 400 million people, 45 days, 4,000 hectares of land, 150,000 temporary shelters. These figures would overwhelm any urban planner, yet here at Prayagraj, this massive operation unfolds with remarkable precision. Construction begins months before the first pilgrim arrives. Roads emerge where there were none. Bridges span the sacred rivers. Massive tent cities spring up across the floodplains. The temporary settlement takes shape like a well-choreographed dance, with each element falling perfectly into place. Water supply networks stretch across hundreds of kilometers, ensuring clean drinking water reaches every corner of the Mela grounds. Power stations guarantee electricity. Medical facilities are stationed at strategic locations. Over 120,000 toilets and advanced waste management ensure cleanliness. The transportation network is equally impressive. Special trains will run round the clock. Temporary bus stations will handle thousands of vehicles daily. Pontoon bridges will connect different sectors. For the first time in 2025, AI-powered crowd management systems will monitor movement patterns. Food preparation reaches industrial scales. Countless community kitchens will serve millions of meals daily. Food safety officers will conduct checks to maintain quality standards. The supply chain management rivals that of small nations, ensuring essential supplies reach every sector. Security operations are unprecedented in scale. 40,000 police personnel will be deployed. Advanced surveillance systems, including drone monitoring and facial recognition technology, will maintain safety. Lost and found centers, equipped with digital databases, will help reunite separated families. What's remarkable is how traditional wisdom combines with modern technology. Age-old techniques of river management work alongside satellite monitoring. Traditional methods of waste disposal complement modern recycling systems. Ancient crowd control wisdom supports digital surveillance. Communication networks have been upgraded to handle massive data traffic. Mobile towers, fiber optic cables, and emergency broadcast systems create a digital infrastructure capable of serving millions. For the first time, a dedicated mobile app will provide real-time updates about everything from water levels to crowd density. The most beautiful aspect of this massive operation is its temporary nature. Within weeks of the festival's conclusion, the entire city will be dismantled. The floodplains will be cleaned, restored, and returned to their natural state, leaving barely a trace of the millions who gathered there. This is more than civil engineering, it's a testament to human capability. Where else can you find a city that appears and disappears like a divine vision, serves millions efficiently, and leaves no permanent footprint? The 2025 Mahakumbh shows us that when spirituality meets modern planning, miracles of management become possible. The heart of Kumbh Mela beats through its spiritual practices. As dawn breaks over the Triveni Sangam during the 2025 Mahakumbh, millions will participate in rituals that have transformed lives for thousands of years. The sacred bath stands at the center of all practices. Starting January 14, 2025, with the first Shahi Snan, pilgrims will enter the waters with prayers on their lips. The moment of immersion represents a profound spiritual transformation. The waters, charged by specific planetary alignments, are believed to wash away not just sins, but the very seeds of karmic bondage. Morning meditations begin before sunrise. The banks of the Sangam fill with thousands of people sitting in silence. The air resonates with sacred chants, creating powerful energy fields. Scientists studying these mass meditation sessions have recorded unusual electromagnetic frequencies, suggesting something extraordinary happens when millions meditate together. The 2025 Mahakumbh will feature traditional knowledge-sharing sessions called satsang. Saints and spiritual masters share ancient wisdom, not through dry lectures, but through stories, songs, and practical demonstrations. Each session offers unique insights. Yoga sessions take place on a scale never seen before. Imagine thousands practicing ancient postures together as the sun rises over the Sangam. The gathering will feature special pranayama techniques. The practice of seva or selfless service forms another crucial aspect. Pilgrims serve food, clean pathways, help elderly visitors, and assist in countless other ways, creating a living laboratory. Evening artists illuminate the rivers with thousands of lamps. These aren't mere ceremonies, they're precisely crafted technologies for spiritual evolution, creating powerful vibrations. Fasting and mantra practices intensify during specific astronomical alignments. The 6 main bathing dates, carefully calculated by traditional astronomers, see increased spiritual practices. Night-long chanting sessions, known as jagrans, fill the air with sacred sounds. These ancient sound technologies are known to alter consciousness and facilitate deeper spiritual experiences. The combination of specific sounds, rhythms, and movements creates altered states of awareness that participants describe as profoundly therapeutic. The most remarkable aspect is how these practices adapt to modern needs while maintaining their essential power. Whether you're a business professional seeking stress relief or a dedicated spiritual seeker, these ancient practices offer relevant solutions to contemporary challenges. As the 2025 Mahakumbh approaches, these timeless practices prepare to welcome both traditional practitioners and modern seekers. In this temporary city of spirituality, ancient wisdom doesn't just survive, it thrives, offering practical tools for transformation to anyone willing to learn. The influence of Kumbh Mela extends far beyond religious boundaries. When 400 million people gather in 2025, they'll create ripples that touch every corner of human civilization. This isn't just India's gathering, it's humanity's celebration of unity and diversity. International media organizations have already started setting up their bases near Prayagraj. Japanese photographers capture the vivid colors of sunrise ceremonies. European filmmakers document the lives of spiritual seekers. American researchers study the phenomenon of peaceful coexistence among millions. The world watches, learns, and marvels at this grand expression of human faith and organization. Artists find endless inspiration here. Painters capture the interplay of light on the sacred waters. Musicians blend ancient chants with contemporary rhythms. Writers discover stories that bridge centuries. The 2025 Mahakumbh will see creative collaborations between traditional Indian artists and international contemporaries, producing unique works that speak to global audiences. The fashion world has been profoundly influenced by Kumbh Mela's aesthetic. The ochre robes of saints, the simple elegance of traditional Indian wear, and the symbolic decorations have inspired international designers. Major fashion houses now regularly reference these elements in their collections, creating a fascinating blend of spiritual symbolism and contemporary style. Cultural exchange happens naturally here. A French seeker learns Indian classical music. An Indian youth discovers Japanese tea ceremonies. An American businessman understands ancient principles of sustainable living. The 2025 gathering will feature dedicated spaces for such cultural interactions, fostering global understanding and appreciation. The food culture at Kumbh Mela offers lessons in sustainability. Community kitchens serve millions without wastage. Traditional preservation methods work alongside modern technology. The world learns how ancient Indian principles of food distribution can address contemporary challenges of food security and sustainability. Educational institutions worldwide study the Kumbh phenomenon. Universities send researchers to understand crowd management, community organization, and environmental conservation. The 2025 Mahakumbh will host international conferences where traditional knowledge meets academic research, creating new paradigms of understanding. Technology adapts to serve tradition. Social media platforms carry ancient wisdom to global audiences. Mobile apps help pilgrims navigate both physical and spiritual aspects of the gathering. Satellite technology monitors the event while respecting its sacred nature. This marriage of technology and tradition shows how ancient practices can thrive in the digital age. The economic impact reaches far beyond Prayagraj. Local artisans find global markets. Traditional healers share their knowledge with international health practitioners. Small businesses learn sustainable practices from age-old wisdom. The 2025 gathering will establish new models of conscious commerce that benefit communities while preserving traditional values. Perhaps most significantly, Kumbh Mela shows the world how millions can gather peacefully, share resources equitably, and coexist harmoniously. As we approach the Mahakumbh, its cultural influence grows stronger. This isn't just about preserving tradition. It's about allowing ancient wisdom to evolve and address contemporary challenges. The gathering becomes a living laboratory where humanity's past and future meet, creating solutions for our shared tomorrow. The Mahakumbh stands as a remarkable example of how millions can gather without leaving a permanent environmental footprint. At a time when climate change concerns dominate global discussions, this ancient gathering offers practical solutions for sustainable mass gatherings. The rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, and the invisible Saraswati, are at the heart of environmental conservation efforts. Advanced water treatment systems will operate round the clock during the 44-day festival. Real-time water quality monitoring stations will track pollution levels every hour. Teams of scientists and volunteers will work together to maintain the river's purity despite millions taking sacred baths. Traditional wisdom plays a crucial role in this environmental protection. The 2025 Mahakumbh will showcase age-old methods of river conservation, working alongside modern technology. Local communities have preserved these practices for generations. Understanding that clean rivers aren't just environmentally necessary, they're spiritually essential. Waste management at the Kumbh sets new standards for large gatherings. Zero waste zones will operate across the Mela grounds. Biodegradable materials will replace plastic. Traditional leaf plates and clay cups will serve millions of meals. Waste segregation and recycling systems will process tons of waste daily, converting them into useful resources. The temporary city's design incorporates natural cooling systems. Streets align with wind directions. Traditional architecture principles create comfortable spaces without air conditioning. Solar panels will power essential services. The 2025 gathering will demonstrate how ancient architectural wisdom can address modern environmental challenges, green transportation takes center stage. Electric vehicles will shuttle between key points, bicycle sharing systems will reduce carbon emissions, walking paths will connect major areas, encouraging pollution-free movement. The entire transportation network shows how millions can move efficiently while minimizing environmental impact. The food system demonstrates sustainable practices at scale. Community kitchens will source locally, reducing transportation emissions. Traditional grain storage methods will minimize waste. Age-old recipes will show how nutritious meals can be prepared. Tree plantation drives complement the gathering. Sacred groves, traditional to Indian culture, will be established around the Mela grounds. These aren't just environmental initiatives, they're revival of ancient practices that understood the spiritual significance of preserving nature. Sound pollution management follows traditional principles. Designated zones for loud activities, natural sound barriers created by tree lines. Specific times for amplified sounds. The gathering shows how millions can celebrate without disturbing the natural sound balance. Most remarkably, when the gathering ends, the entire city will disappear without leaving scars on the landscape. The floodplains will be restored. Native plants will be reinstated. The rivers will flow freely. This demonstrates an environmental consciousness that modern events rarely achieve. The 2025 Mahakumbh carries forward an ancient understanding that spiritual progress cannot come at nature's expense. It shows the world that when millions gather with environmental awareness, they can create positive change rather than ecological damage. This gathering isn't just about preserving tradition, it's about teaching the world how to celebrate life while protecting our planet. The 2025 Mahakumbh will bring together science and spirituality in ways that challenge our understanding of reality. Over the years, researchers have documented phenomena at the Kumbh that defy conventional explanation. During the main bathing days, particularly on January 14th and January 29th, 2025, scientists will monitor unusual electromagnetic frequencies around the Triveni Sangam. Previous Kumbh gatherings have recorded significant spikes in these frequencies, especially during mass meditation sessions. These aren't random fluctuations, they follow patterns that coincide with specific ritual timings. The waters at the confluence point show extraordinary properties. Laboratory analysis has revealed unusual molecular clustering in water samples taken during celestial alignments. When millions bathe during the 6 main bathing dates of the 2025 Mahakumbh, the water maintains its purity through mechanisms that scientists are still trying to understand. Temperature anomalies appear consistently during large prayer gatherings. Thermal imaging cameras have captured unexplained heat patterns, forming geometric shapes above massive meditation sessions. In 2025, research teams will deploy advanced sensors to study these thermal phenomena, particularly during the early morning ceremonies. The power of collective consciousness manifests in measurable ways. Crime rates in the entire region drop significantly during the Kumbh period. Hospital admissions decrease. Even plants in the vicinity show accelerated growth patterns. These effects extend far beyond the immediate gathering area, suggesting an influence that transcends physical boundaries. Healing incidents reported during previous Kumbh gatherings have caught medical attention. Documented cases show accelerated recovery rates that cannot be explained by current medical understanding. The 2025 Mahakumbh will include dedicated medical research teams studying these phenomena. Sound measurements reveal another mystery. When millions chant together, the resulting vibrations create standing waves that match ancient sacred geometries. These patterns appear consistently, regardless of the number of participants or weather conditions. Scientists studying these acoustic phenomena have found links to enhanced states of consciousness among participants. Weather patterns show interesting correlations with major ritual events. Historical data indicates unusual clarity in weather during key celestial alignments, despite varying seasonal conditions. Meteorologists will closely monitor these patterns during the 2025 gathering, especially during the 6 main bathing dates. The most fascinating observations come from space. Satellite imagery has captured unusual energy signatures above previous Kumbh gatherings. These patterns appear when millions meditate simultaneously, creating what researchers call coherence fields, areas of organized energy that stand out from background radiation. Psychological studies reveal extraordinary findings. Despite extreme crowding, instances of mass panic are virtually non-existing. People report heightened states of awareness and unusual experiences of time dilation. The collective peaceful atmosphere affects even casual visitors, producing measurable changes in brainwave patterns. As we approach the 2025 Mahakumbh, these phenomena remind us that there's more to this gathering than meets the eye. While science continues to study these occurrences, they point to something profound. When millions gather with focused spiritual intention, they create effects that transcend our current understanding of physics and consciousness. As we approach the 2025 Mahakumbh, we stand at a remarkable intersection of ancient wisdom and future possibilities. This isn't just another gathering, it's a glimpse into how timeless traditions can guide humanity's future. The 2025 Mahakumbh will set new benchmarks. 400 million people, gathering peacefully from January 13th to February 26th, will demonstrate solutions to challenges that face our modern world. The answers will unfold at Prayagraj. Technology will play an unprecedented role. Artificial intelligence will help manage crowds. Virtual reality will allow global participation. Blockchain will ensure transparent resource distribution. Modern tools will serve, not overshadow, the spiritual essence. The gathering's environmental innovations will inspire global change. Zero-waste management systems, renewable energy solutions, and water conservation methods tested here will provide blueprints for sustainable urban development. Youth participation will reach new heights. Young seekers from around the world will connect with ancient wisdom through modern means. The 2025 gathering will bridge generational gaps, ensuring practices evolve and remain relevant. Research institutions worldwide have already begun long-term studies. The impact of mass meditation on social harmony, the effects of sacred ceremonies on environmental healing, and the power of collective consciousness. Global collaboration will reach unprecedented levels. International organizations will work alongside traditional institutions. The 2025 Mahakumbh will strengthen India's role as a center for spiritual wisdom. Economic models born here will show how spiritual principles can guide sustainable development. Local communities will benefit from global connections while preserving their cultural identity. Healthcare integration will set new standards. Ancient healing systems will work alongside modern medicine. The 2025 gathering will show how traditional wellness wisdom can address contemporary health challenges. Educational initiatives will take root. Schools will study the Kumbh model of organization. Training programs will preserve traditional knowledge. This will become a living laboratory for learning. As we look beyond 2025, the Kumbh tradition will evolve while preserving its essence. It will remain a testament to humanity's capacity for peaceful gathering, spiritual growth, and harmonious coexistence. The 2025 Mahakumbh isn't an end, it's a beginning. It shows us that in our rapidly changing world, some traditions don't just survive, they thrive, offering timeless solutions to modern challenges. The 2025 Mahakumbh isn't just marking time, it's making history. When 400 million people gather at the Triveni Sangam from January 13th to February 26th, they'll write a new chapter in human achievement. This isn't simply the world's largest gathering, it's humanity's greatest expression of unity, faith, and organization. Think about the scale. More people than the entire population of the United States and Canada combined, coming together peacefully for 44 days. No other event in human history comes close to this magnitude. Yet, it's not just the numbers that make this gathering extraordinary, it's the seamless blend of tradition and innovation, spirituality and science, ancient wisdom and modern efficiency. The sacred waters of the Sangam will welcome millions for the 6 main bathing dates, each carefully timed according to celestial alignments. The first Shahi Snan on January 14th will set in motion a series of events that showcase humanity's highest potential. When millions bathe together in harmony, when countless meals are served without waste, when temporary cities rise and fall leaving no scars on the earth, we witness what's possible when humanity works as one. The 2025 Mahakumbh brings answers to questions our world desperately needs. How can millions coexist peacefully? Look at the Kumbh's time-tested methods of crowd management. How can we organize large gatherings sustainably? Study its zero-waste systems and renewable energy solutions. How can ancient wisdom address modern challenges? Observe its seamless integration of traditional knowledge with contemporary needs. Scientists will study its phenomena, technologists will marvel at its organization, environmentalists will learn from its sustainability, and spiritual seekers will find their answers in its traditions. But perhaps the greatest lesson of the 2025 Mahakumbh is this: when humans gather with higher purpose, extraordinary things become possible. This isn't just India's gift to the world, it's a reminder of our collective potential. In an age of division and discord, the Kumbh shows us that millions can gather in peace. In times of environmental crisis, it demonstrates sustainable solutions. When traditions worldwide face extinction, it shows how ancient wisdom can thrive in modern times. As we prepare for this historic gathering, remember, you're not just witnessing history, you're part of it. Whether you're a pilgrim taking a sacred dip, a volunteer serving others, a researcher studying its phenomena, or simply someone inspired by its message, you're contributing to this remarkable human achievement. The 2025 Mahakumbh calls us to be part of something greater than ourselves. It invites us to witness the extraordinary power of human unity, to experience the depth of ancient wisdom, and to participate in creating solutions for our shared future. Let's carry forward these lessons of unity, sustainability, and harmony. Let's share these stories of human achievement and possibility. Most importantly, let's remember that the spirit of Kumbh, the coming together of humanity for higher purpose, isn't limited to these 44 days. It's a template for how we can live, grow, and evolve together. The future is calling, the waters await, the greatest gathering in human history beckons. Will you answer its call? Remember to ring that notification bell, because next week we're exploring another incredible story that most history books won't tell you about. This is Bites of Goats, where we don't just talk about history, we learn from it. See you in the next one.